Welcome to TETFL Talk. Today in our video, Technology in ELT, Foe, Problem or Friend by Andrea Contreras. Technology, one of the most used words in this century that shares the fate of electricity. Everyone knows it works, but the vast majority have no idea what it is. If you look for the meaning of this word in the dictionary, you will find, in summary, that it's about the science applied to the resolution of concrete problems. Thinking it that way makes a lot of sense. Our lives nowadays are much easier through the development of different technologies. We can see advances in fields like medicine with the robotics in surgery and prostheses. We can see advances in communication. We don't even need to press a button anymore in order to communicate through a cell phone. We can see advances in the industries and construction and a lot of other fields. But what about education? Education. Suddenly, all the good aspects of technology don't sound as wonderful anymore. And if you're a teacher or a father, technology in most of the cases is not seen as a friend, but a problem or a foe. So, I have divided the stance about technology in three: those who are in favor, those who are against, and those who are in the middle, the undecided. Let us begin with those against technology. If you are part of the X generation, you probably think that, first, technology takes a lot of people's time in useless tasks. Those poor people living their lives through a cell phone or other device in games, social networks, videos, and others. Second, technology can be dangerous because you can get any kind of problems if you navigate without supervision in the internet. Or third, technology raises the copy-paste lazy generation that has lost the capacity to read and comprehend or even use the memory in order to remember and learn. Maybe you are a teacher or a father of the millennial generation and use technology due to the demand of the schools, but it's for you a headache every time you have to check in the school inbox in order to communicate about homeworks, special events, and details. Okay, let's move to the group of the people who are in favor of technology. Most likely you're part of the Y generation and use technology for entertainment and communication, so for you technology equals fun and ease. But there is still a third group, the undecided. And if you're a foreign language teacher of any generation, you're probably in the group of the undecided. On one hand, you use technologies like video, computer programs, games, assignments, and other resources, and technological devices like computers, tablets, screens, smart TVs, and others are ready developed and ready to use in order to improve your students' learning experience. One can say you're on favor, but on the other hand, you're tired of the copy-paste translators normally used by your students in order to complete your homework, and having to compete with the diversity of online platforms that offer miraculous and effortless ways to learn in no time a second language. So now you're in the group of those against. I am sure some reasons pop up in your mind to support your stance about technology in education. And even though many of them are justified, I think it's time we give a chance to technology in order to accomplish its purpose in necessary aspects of our nowadays lives, learning a second language. Today, I want to focus on the use of technology in ways you probably didn't know are useful for education. I encourage you to try some out of these tips on your teacher labor. First, why not to try blogs? Blogs are excellent ways to improve your students' reading and writing skills. As a study made in the University of South Florida and the Chengdu University of Taiwan conclude, you can have a blog where you publish some appropriate reading materials based on your student abilities and encourage them to read and write and collaborate and post in the blog. Another advantage of blogs is that they facilitate interaction and collaboration because blogs invite both and more-sided collaboration, contrary to the web page where you only access and do what you need to do and get out without communicating with anybody. Second option, you can promote web quests. Web quests have been powered as useful tool according to the Turkish Online Journal of Education Technology of January 2006, with good results. And contrary to what you might think, a web quest is not just giving an assignment to your students that they have to investigate about wasting a lot of time in the internet, and the web quest is in a classroom-based lesson, built around resources pre-selected by the teacher, which means students spend their time using information taken from the internet and not looking for it. Between the benefits of using a web quest, we can name: first, the encouragement of collaborative learning, the critical thinking, and the pedagogical advantages of interesting technology in authentic assessments, and the use of the constructivist approach in significant learning. Remember, there are two main types of main quests: long-term and short-term, and in order to develop yours, you need to take account the 7-step formula. First, present an introduction to motivate your students. Second, choose the topic you are going to focus on. Third, formulate the task that describes the activity ends product. 4. Explain your students the process, where you will include the roles students will assume and the steps they will follow to complete the activity. 5. Select the resources of websites students will use to complete their tasks. 6. Apply the evaluation that measures the results of the activity. And 7. Formulate the construction that sums up the activity and encourages students to reflect on its process and results. Another useful tool to teach can be the use of wiki-based writing projects. This tool teach the being proved accordingly to the online document English Teaching Practice and Critique of July 2011 with excellent results. A wiki-based writing project allows users to easily create, edit, modify, and delete web content through the use of a creation of a wiki page, blogs, forums, and social networks connected through a community. To start, you can use an easy-to-work system like WebPaint that allows participants to log on to create an individual page and to invite peers to conduct online writing and discussions. Some advantages of using this type of projects are that getting students more involved in the curriculum, that these kind of systems are fun to use for the students, at the same time ideal for encouraging participation, collaboration, and interaction. Now, remember, these new trends in technology and teaching English are intended to be used in and out the classroom. Unlike the web pages, you as a teacher have to get involved from the beginning, throughout, and at the end, in order to get the best results out of the working with these technologies. Hope you have found this short video useful and put into practice some of all these tips in your classes. Remember what the educator George Courier says: technology will never replace a great teacher, but technology in the hands of a great teacher is transformational. Thanks again. See you later.